Hello, friends. Are you ready for weekly live Q&A? I am here and we've got some pretty awesome topics to cover. So just in case you have landed here and you don't know where you are in the interwebs, my name is Sabrina Gebhardt. I am a lifestyle photographer of almost 11 years, and I do weekly live Q&A here on Instagram to answer your questions. So I drop a question box on Wednesdays and everybody asks whatever questions they want, and we kind of dive in. It's always a mixed bag. It's always fast and furious, and definitely a good conversation. I would love for you to tell me hello in the comments. If you have questions while we are chatting, you can again drop them in the comments. But if you're catching this in the replay, send me a DM. Let me know what you're stuck on, what you need more of. I would love to hear from you and help you out. I really am an open book. We got a whole random topic list that we're going to cover today, and it's going to be so great. So thank you for being here. Let's dive in. First question, I was asked what I use for credit card processing and what the fees are. I personally use two things. I use both Stripe and PayPal. So the reason I offer both things is because some people are really, they really like to stick to the thing they know, right? Like if somebody uses PayPal all the time and they have all their settings set up and their cards linked in PayPal and they're comfortable with that, then they go that route. PayPal also allows you to set up a new card and go through them, and so that's easy. But a lot of people like Stripe for the same reason, just that they've already got Stripe set up. Stripe also allows you to do like a bank transfer, which is basically like writing a check. So I have them both set up. They have the same fees associated with them. Both of those are $2.9 plus 30 cents. Okay, so if the charge is $100, it's $2.90 plus 30 cents. Okay, 2.9% plus 30 cents on every transaction. Now, here's what I want you to know. Please do not accept Venmo for your clients, okay? Unless you have a business Venmo account, you are not protected at all, and it's actually kind of illegal, okay? If you are running a business, you need to be running through a bank, not a bank, you need to be running through a business banking account, and you need to be filing taxes. And if you are in the state of Texas or another state that does sales tax, you need to be charging sales tax and also paying sales tax. When you are using a personal Venmo account or a personal PayPal account, meaning like pay with friends, okay, where you try and skip all the fees, sure, you're saving 2.9%, but it's also illegal. Okay, so you don't want somebody to come after your business. You don't want the government to come after your business. Here's what you do. You build those fees into your fee structure for your clients, okay? So if you are going to be charging $500 for a session or $200 for a session or $2,000 for a session, whatever it may be, you add in those credit card processing fees into the cost of your sessions, okay? So it's a wash. You're not going to be losing that money because you have built it into the cost, okay? It is not worth being fined. It is not worth going to jail. It is not worth tax fraud. It is not worth your business being shut down to do that, okay? You have to be legitimate, and paying fees and having business banking and all of that is part of it, okay? Okay, so you're asking, is that for only if you haven't established with an LLC? I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head. I want to say it's $500. Meaning, if you're making more than $500 a year, yes, you have to be set up as a business, whether or not you are an LLC or not. I am set up as a sole proprietor. That is the legal choice that we decided to establish my business as. You do not have to be an LLC, but if you are making, I think it's 500, it might be 5,000. It doesn't take much for you to hit those numbers, okay? And the number is very, very low. I'm almost 100% sure it's $500 a year in revenue. To be considered a business, okay? This is like, my daughter makes that much babysitting, okay? So even if you are not set up as an LLC or officially have a sole prop number or anything like that, you have to be running your business legally. And if you are bringing in money, you also need to hurry up and get your legal stuff situated too, okay? You need to be legal in the state that you are in, or you should not be charging money. Period, end of story, okay? So we're moving on. Question number 2. How do you keep the momentum going into a new year? How do you create a steady flow all year? So I am not sure how this question was asked. I didn't reach out for a follow-up. I am not sure if this person was asking in the means of like they're working a lot and they're in the rhythm in the fall because there's a lot of clients, and then how to carry that through, like that energy and their excitement, how to carry that through into the new year. Or if they were talking about, I'm shooting so much right now, but I know that it's going to be slower in the first quarter. How do I ensure that I'm not like slow and that I'm still bringing in money and I'm still working in the first quarter? So I'm going to speak to it as if this was asked the first way, because we talked about the second way a couple weeks ago, and I don't want to get into this whole repetition thing. So if you asked the question and you're curious about the second way, go back a couple of lives and it's covered in there in detail what you can do to make sure that you're basically your business is slow season proof, right? That you are always covered in your slower seasons, okay? Because that's a whole nother conversation. But if we're talking about momentum and carrying the energy and the excitement you have for your business now when things are rocking and rolling and there's tons of inquiries and you're shooting a ton and you're feeling creative and you're super on fire for your business because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing the thing. If you're asking how you carry that into the rest of the year, that's what I'm going to talk to, okay? So the first thing I want to tell you is you need to have some sort of document somewhere, whether it's Google Drive or the Notes app on your phone or just a notebook where all of your business ideas are going, because we are creatives and we get business ideas on the regular, okay? Like they come at us like crazy, and sometimes they come at you in the middle of the night, sometimes they come at you when you're working on something else. It's all the time we have all these ideas of things we want to offer, things we want to try, marketing ideas, ideas for reels, ideas for blog posts, ideas for people we want to reach out to, ideas for shoots. I mean, there are so many ideas, right? So first of all, I want you to keep like one main file so that all of the ideas are together so that you are organized and you always have this list where you can just continually add all of the ideas and the things that you're excited about your business for, okay? So you're gonna have this huge, long, big file that's got all your ideas. And then at the end of busy season, I want you to take a break. Okay, I don't want you to worry about carrying this energetic momentum into the next year. I want you to intentionally stop. I want you to intentionally stop the train and pause, pull back a little bit, breathe, and enjoy your family. Why do I say that? Okay, you will be able to get the train going again. You've got this list of all of your ideas, all of the things that you want to try and do in your business, and that's great. You have to stop and slow down so that the train can get going again. You've got to refuel, okay? You've got to refuel, you've got to take a break, or you will burn out. You will literally crash and burn. You will be running on empty. You will have not refueled, okay? So you're gonna keep a running list of all of the ideas you have for your business, and then when busy season is over, even if you're still on fire and excited and you're ready to dive into the new stuff, you're not. You're going to take a break first. You have to take a break and refuel, okay? Even if you're excited, even if you have to force yourself to take a break, you are going to stop and you're going to take a break. You're going to enjoy your family. You're going to enjoy the holidays. You're going to maybe go on vacation. You're going to veg out. You are not going to work on your business, okay? The first of the year is going to start and it is going to be slower. You're not going to be shooting as much. That is when you are going to get out your list, your huge long list of ideas and things you want to try and do and aim for. And that's when you are going to start fresh and you're going to pull some things from that list and you're going to start moving forward, okay? The last thing I have to tell you for this, as far as carrying momentum throughout the year for your business, I am a huge believer in planning for the big picture, okay? So instead of planning month to month or week to week, I want you to look at your entire year. I want you to order one of those cheesy, huge paper calendars. When I say huge, I mean like 4 feet tall, okay? From Amazon that literally has all 12 months on it. And I want you to take a pencil and start mapping out what your year in your business looks like, okay? When you're gonna be pushing what things, when you're gonna be featuring what things, when you're gonna be working on what projects, so that you can see. Sure, you might be shooting most of your sessions in September, October, November, but you have other things. You have summer offerings and spring offerings and Mother's Day offerings and all of these other things throughout the year. Okay, so it's not as dry as you think it is. So you're gonna map out your whole year and then you're gonna learn to fill in the blanks. Maybe that looks like creating a new offering for the month of February so that you have something to talk about and something to push. Or maybe it means you're going to have a mentorship in the month of February, or you're going to go to a workshop in the month of February, or you're going to take a course in the month of February, so that you know you might not be shooting a ton, but you're going to be leaning into the education side of your business. You're going to have a plan for what your year looks like so that you know when the ebb and flow of shooting and education and content creation and launching new things is what it's going to look like. Having that big picture look of your year is going to help you understand the flow of your business. It's also going to give you peace of mind when you're rolling into January and all of the inquiries are starting to slow down and you're coming off of your busiest 3 months of the year and you're like, OMG, my business is doomed. I have no more clients. Having that ability to look at your full year will help you. It helps give you perspective. It will help you pull back and say, okay, just kidding. There's a whole lot of stuff going on this year. I actually should lean into the quiet and enjoy it while it's here because it is not going to last because you know what's coming, okay? So that's question number 2. Question number 3, do you do any kind of quarterly review? Y'all, tomorrow is the beginning of the 4th quarter of 2021. Where has this year gone? Like, I feel like it was January 2 seconds ago, and here we are rolling into the 4th quarter. The year's almost over. It's absolutely crazy. So there is no right or wrong answer to this, to whether you do a quarterly review or not. This is just my opinion because I was asked this question. I personally do a monthly business review, and then I do a quarterly review of my goals, okay? So I have a Google spreadsheet that has so many numbers for my business, and it actually has the past 2 years and then a projection for next year. I am a total spreadsheet nerd, okay? And it breaks down all of my different session types. It breaks down projections versus what actually happened, how many sessions per month, how much they cost, and then like print orders and education students and how many people bought this class and how many people bought this bundle and all of that. So it breaks down every little thing, and then it also creates totals for types. So all of the newborn baby stuff, all the family stuff, all the mini sessions, all the education, and then it looks at everything all together. And then it looks at my month over month and then year over year. So I do that on a monthly basis. Okay, so at the first of the month, I will go through and I'll plug in all the actuals for that month. And then I will just kind of have a good look through and make sure everything's looking good. I'll look at the projections I had in there versus what is starting to actually get booked and is on the calendar, and I'll see where that falls. And then I'm always watching this year versus last year just to make sure that I'm ticking in the right direction. As far as quarterly, I do my Cultivate Planner. This is the first year that I've done a Cultivate Planner, and I love it so much. This is not numbers based. This is goals based, okay? The Cultivate Planner, if you've never used it, is a monthly and quarterly goal system, and it has some incredible prompts, and it walks you through. This has got personal life and business in here, okay? So right now I'm in the middle of going through, I finished my monthly goals, and now I'm gonna go through and set 4th quarter ones, and they are based on stuff I said at the beginning of the year and that I have reevaluated on. So things shift and change, and this allows for that. So it just allows me to create some goals for the fourth quarter, and also steps to get there. Like, what am I going to do to actually march towards those goals? So again, the question was, what do I do for a quarterly review? I review every month my business financials, and then every quarter I review my business and personal goals, okay? Through my Cultivate Planner. Thank you for being here. If you've got questions about it, you can send me a DM. If you found this helpful, would you share it to your Instagram stories and tag me? I love to know when you find value in what I offer. I'm going to leave you with one last thing. If you go up to the link in my profile, you will see a link for getting on the Organized Photographers waitlist. That is my photography business course that will be kicking off in January again. Getting on the waitlist just ensures that you will get emails when it is open for launch. It is also going to get you some discount codes because there's probably going to be a Black Friday early bird special on it. That's all I've got today, friends. Thanks for being here. I will see you next week. Bye.